All right, so today we're going to take some notes on the first section of our next module, Module 5. And if you remember, we're going to let you use your note sheets on the next quiz or test, so it would be to your advantage to take some notes today and then keep track of this note sheet so you have it when we get to our next module test. It will definitely help you on today's assignment also. So the first thing I would like you to do is at the top of your note sheet, I would like you to write this. Y is equal to mx plus b. And remember, the m represents the slope, b represents the y-intercept. So we're going to be writing equations today given a variety of information. And next week we'll get into more so why we will be doing this, but today you'll get some practice with the process. So in this first example, they tell us the slope, they tell us m, but they don't tell us the y-intercept. So the first thing I'd like you to do is take that equation we just wrote, and I want you to substitute 3/4 in for the slope. So we have y is equal to 3/4 x plus b. I just replaced my m with 3/4, but I don't know what the y-intercept is. I don't know what b is. So to find that, I'm going to use this ordered pair right here. And remember, ordered pair is x and y. So I know an x and I know a y. So in that equation, I'm going to replace the y with 6. And I'm going to replace the x with -8. So this would give me 6 is equal to, if you can't do 3/4 times -8, grab a calculator. 3/4 times -8 would, or -3/4, sorry, would give me 6. So I get 6 is equal to 6 plus b. And now I'm just going to solve that equation. Subtract 6 from both sides. I get b is equal to 0. Remember, I only need two things to write an equation, m and b. I knew what m was. I just found b. Now I can write my equation. Y is equal to -3/4 x plus 0, or just y is equal to -3/4 x. We don't need to put the 0 there. And that would be my equation. So let's try that with the second one. So again, I'm going to start out with y equals mx plus b, and I know what m is. I'm going to replace the m with -4. So y equals -4x plus b. And in order to find b, I need to use my ordered pair, x and y. So I'm going to replace the y with -7, replace the x with -2. So I get -7 is equal to 8 plus b. And if I now subtract 8 from both sides to solve this equation, -7 minus 8, or -7 plus -8, would give me -15. -15 is my b value. I now have everything I need. There's m, there's b. I can write my equation. Y is equal to -4x minus 15. Now let's try that with a word problem. So again, I'm going to start out, notice the pattern here, right? Y equals mx plus b. I need to figure out m and b. I need the slope and the y-intercept. Now, if they tell me that the oven is changing temperature, right? Change, remember, rate of change and slope are the same thing. So if it's dropping 25 degrees every 30 seconds, that means it's going down 50 degrees every minute. So I'll say that again, 25 degrees in 30 seconds would be the same as 50 degrees in a minute, and it's going down. So I'm going to use -50 as my slope, right? The temperature is going to drop 50 degrees every minute. Now, I also need to know an ordered pair it goes through. Well, they give me one right here. I could think of this as an ordered pair, right? At 2 minutes, it's 350 degrees. So it's really like the problem we just did. I'm going to substitute in my slope. So y is equal to -50 x plus b. And then I'm going to use the x and the y that I get from my ordered pair. 350 is equal to -50 times 2 plus b, or 350 is equal to negative 100 plus b. So I would solve that by adding 100 to both sides. That tells me b is equal to 450. Now I have everything I need. There's my m, there's my b, there's my slope, there's my y-intercept. Here's my equation. Y is equal to negative 50x plus 450. Now here's one that I want you to try. I'll kind of help you get started here. Now I know that when Aria goes to this gym, it says her membership increases by $5 per class. And remember, per is a good way to identify rate of change or slope. So I know my slope is 5. Okay, let's be smart about this question. That right there tells me I can eliminate this one and this one because those have slopes of negative 5. It's got to be something with a positive slope. So my slope is going to be 5. M is 5. Now, after signing up for 4 classes in a month, her total is now going to be $49.99. Okay, her total had to start at less than $49.99, and then it's going to go up by $4 or $5 every time she attends a class. There's really only one answer that makes sense here. Now we can start by putting my slope in, right? So my slope was 5 plus b, and then I can use that ordered pair that said after 4 classes, her cost was $49.99. So I could do this. $49.99 is equal to 5 times 4 plus b. And if I solve that, I'm going to get $29.99. I said there's really only one answer that made sense, right? If her final cost after attending 4 classes was only $49.99, it wouldn't start out as more than that. So definitely not D. And the correct answer here should be C. So there we did some problems where we were given the slope, given a point, we had to write the equation. In reality, oftentimes you're going to have to come up with an equation when you've not been given any information. You have to find all of it, the slope and the y-intercept. So let's do one more example together. We're going to go flip your note sheet over. I'm just going to do the last one on the back here. They just tell me I need to find the equation of a line that goes through these 2 points. They don't tell me slope or y-intercept. That means I need to find the slope. Everybody in here knows how to find slope. It was just on our quiz. I need to find the slope between these 2 points. Remember, it's just like counting squares. So look at my y values. I go from -2 to 0. So what did I just do there? The y value increased by 2. My top number is 2. Look at my x values. Went from -4 to -8. My x values went down by 4. So if I simplify this, I get a slope of -1/2. Okay, I didn't know the slope, now I do. I looked at my y values, that gave me my top number. Looked at my x values, that gave me my bottom number, and I simplified it. Now I'm going to go back to that same equation, y equals mx plus b. And I now have a number to put in for m. Y is equal to 1/2 x plus b. How do I find b? I need to substitute in some numbers for x and y. I've got 2 choices to pick from. There's no right or wrong answer here. I can use -4, -2. I can use -8, 0. I'm going to pick -8, 0 because it seems a little easier to me. I'm going to put in 0 for y and -8 for x. So I get 0 is equal to, that's -1/2. Keep forgetting my negatives. Let's not forget our negative. I'm going to multiply -1/2 times -8, which would give me 4. And now I'm going to solve this equation. So I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides. I get -4 is equal to b. So now I have everything I need, right? I had my slope right here. I now have my y-intercept. I can write my equation. Y is equal to -1/2 x minus 4. All right, if you need to pause this video, rewind it, I would get these examples written down. Assignment's very short today, so you should have an example that represent some of the different problems on your assignment. Go ahead and get started on that, and good luck.